Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. Today is the third and final installment of my best and worst luxury purchases series. Parts 1 and 2 are already posted if you'd like to go back and watch. I probably should have mentioned this back in part 1, but all of these luxury purchases were made over the course of at least 10 years. I would say half of my luxury collection is either secondhand or I had some sort of employee discount. I personally love to watch unboxings, bag reviews. Anytime I'm planning a big purchase, I always like to scroll Pinterest and Instagram, gather as much information as humanly possible, look at all of the blogs and unboxings. I watched a lot of reviews on the Celine 16 before I made my purchase, so that is truly what inspired this series. Now, the review that I watched that really sold me on this bag was not the exact same size, but I still felt like I had a good idea of what to expect before I purchased this bag. I bought mine secondhand on Fashion File. This is my current everyday handbag. It's the Celine 16 in smooth, I want to say this is box leather, size medium. This has been my everyday handbag for a few years now, so I can give you a thorough review. Overall, I like it. I don't love it. Now, I would not consider this a regret, but I also would not recommend this as an everyday handbag. Number one, the shape is beautiful. I absolutely love the look of this bag. It's very sleek, chic, sophisticated. It's structured. Unlike my Soho Gucci tote, which is more slouchy, more casual, this looks like a more elevated bag, and that's exactly what I was looking for. I really wanted a purse that was somewhere between a purse, briefcase. I wanted it to serve businesswoman, CEO, take her seriously energy. I definitely get businesswoman vibes from this bag. The quality of the leather gets a 10 out of 10 from me. Considering how smooth and shiny and pristine she looks, you would think this is a newer bag, but I've said it before, I do not baby my bags. I've taken this everywhere with me. I set it on the floor, I place it wherever I need to whenever I'm out and about. I'm sure if I cleaned it and gave it a little TLC, gave it a little love, it would look brand new, just the way it looked whenever I took it out of the box. On the side, it has a tassel detail with the gold lock. It's removable. In the center, you have, again, gold hardware lock. It says Celine very small down here. You would not know this was a Celine bag. It's kind of an if you know style. It's not even one of their more popular styles. Very quiet luxury, no big logos, which I do really love. So you have to turn the lock to open it up. It's giving those briefcase vibes I was initially looking for. I do really like that my stuff is safe, but when I'm out and about and I'm rushing to just grab my wallet, put my wallet back, close the purse, it can sometimes be annoying to have to open and close. So a lot of times if I'm just walking to my car or a short distance, I don't even bother to close it. I just let it hang like this. And I will always have somebody come up to me saying, ma'am, your purse is open. Don't forget to close your purse. And I'm like, ugh, I know, I'm lazy. Don't call me out like this. It has 100% leather interior. All of those pockets, pouches, all leather on the inside, which looks really beautiful, but it makes the bag exceptionally heavy. Even when it's completely empty, it can be sort of a chore to have to pick up your bag sometimes because it's a lot. I think I would have enjoyed the 16 style a bit more in either the small or the mini size. And I think if I ever do get another 16, because I do like the style, if I ever were to invest in another 16, I would go for the mini in maybe a beige or a white or some sort of caramel brown color. Right now, I have no plans to swap her out or purchase anything new. I could always go back to my Gucci Soho tote. I think about it every once in a while. The one bag that I have my eye on that I've seen so many incredible reviews is the Ferragamo Hug bag. That is a potential for my next everyday bag. I have one other Celine bag that I absolutely love. This is my most recent luxury bag purchase. I bought this last year sometime, probably around my birthday. And she's very cute, very different. This is not an everyday bag. This is an every once in a while, if I'm going out with the girls, going to an event, and I have a really cute outfit. It's my only denim handbag, very trendy, and so much fun to wear. She doesn't fit a lot of stuff. But in true Celine fashion, even though this is a denim bag, it is lined with leather. They really love their leather, but how gorgeous is that? Which did make me feel a little bit better about spending a lot of money on a fabric bag, a denim bag. Does it have a pouch? Yes, it has one little pouch in the back so you could stick your cards in there. It fits a phone and a lipstick, and that's about it. You're not going to fit the little Alex Earl light. You're not going to fit a G7X in there. You're not fitting much else. Just the bare essentials, and that's it. It does have the larger Triumph logo, the Triumph tie-dye motif all around the bag, so it's a bit more logomania, a little bit more flashy. And this was me kind of stepping out of my comfort zone a little bit, because most of the time if I'm shopping for a bag and I know I'm going to spend a lot of money, I try to make sure it's a bag that I'm going to wear for years to come, season after season. Something like this was a little bit more risky, but I do think that denim bags are always kind of cool. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe that's just been a trend lately, but I feel like in a few years I'm still gonna love this bag. Not one of my more practical purchases, but something that I have gotten a lot of use out of, and I just enjoy it so much. We're covering a lot of Chanel in this video. Let's start with one of my regrets. This is a pair of shoes that I bought from Fashion File, and I don't know what I was thinking. Sadly, I know exactly what I was thinking. I thought I was gonna look so cool and so fancy wearing my Chanel sneakers, and I do think they're kind of cute. I love the black and white. I have not worn these once, not a single time, because where am I wearing black and white Chanel sneakers? I will never forget what inspired this purchase. I remember it like it was yesterday. I was working at Nordstrom and I was just like cleaning the shelves, and I saw this really cute woman come into the department. She was in her activewear outfit. I think she might have been shopping with her husband, but she knew exactly what she wanted in and out. She was just picking up a few things, but she just looked so put together, and she was wearing a pair of Chanel sneakers, and I thought, yes, that is my ideal woman. She's living my ideal life right now. Who is this gorgeous woman who's just running into Nordstrom, dropping hundreds of dollars on beauty in the middle of the afternoon on a Tuesday? Like it's nothing. I was completely influenced by this random woman who I just happened to see while I was work, much older than I was, but she just looked like she smelled good. She had beautiful jewelry on, and I just felt like she is living her best life. I want to be living my best life. I need Chanel sneakers too. And I'm sure at the time I made this purchase, it represented more than just a sneaker. This was like a I made it moment, or I was celebrating some sort of success. Usually if I'm purchasing a luxury item, it's for a birthday, Christmas. I like to treat myself to something special, or to celebrate a milestone. So this was probably to mark a special occasion that I've completely forgotten about, and yet I'm too afraid to wear them. And it's not even that I'm too afraid to wear them. I mean, the white part is definitely like parachute material. It feels like it would be stained very easily. Me touching it is probably going to stain that white bit. It's just not my style. I have a cute pair of white sneakers that I wear when I'm walking around, more like fashion sneakers. They aren't completely stained. And then I have my Nikes and maybe a pair of Adidas that I wear when I'm actually working out. These are not meant for exercise, they're meant for fashion. I don't think I spent a lot of money on them. Definitely a regret. I should have kept the money and saved it for something better. You know, I have no problem with a luxury splurge. You know, we all like to treat ourselves every once in a while. Nothing wrong with it. But at least I could have bought something or put the money towards a shoe I would have worn. But to buy a pair of sneakers just because I saw them on somebody else, I was not thinking clearly. And if you watched my previous two videos, you know that all of my regrets were spawned from outside influence. I can basically pinpoint where I was, who I was influenced by with all of my regret purchases, because it's not like it stood out to me and I thought, wow, that's something that's so beautiful. It really speaks to me. I would wear this for XYZ event, or this would fit so perfectly into my lifestyle because I like to run in the mornings. I don't even run. There was no reason for me to ever buy these except I thought I was going to look cool. I look stupid because I bought shoes that I shouldn't have. And now for some favorites, let's do a Chanel classic flap roundup. I have 3 mini classic flaps from Chanel. This is probably my all-time favorite Chanel handbag style. So these are all beautiful favorites. I love these purchases. This was my very first mini classic flap from Chanel, all black lambskin leather. It's looking a little bit worn because she's very old and I bought her used to begin with. She was in great condition, but because it's an all black bag, I mean, I take this out all the time. It's very hard to resist using this bag. She's mini, but she's still a really good size. I feel like I can fit enough stuff in this bag whenever I go out, and it always looks so chic. And that's why this is my favorite style. It's the classic for a reason. It's always so elegant and such a statement maker, even in the mini size. Now, because we've had so many price increases from Chanel, unfortunately, even though this is my favorite style, I don't foresee myself purchasing any more classic flat bags. I think a lot of people I've heard from are swearing off the style. This bag was $2,000. It's a lot of money, but now this bag is what, $6,000, somewhere around there. It's really ridiculous. You're not getting any more leather. The quality is certainly not going up. It's not like they're starting to hand make the bags. They're still mass produced. Every once in a while, I look on Fashion File and I'll sort from lowest price to highest price, and I always look for excellent or giftable condition, you know, one of the higher, better conditions. And there are some good deals to be found. I mean, you can still get a very reasonable deal on a mini flat bag, but it's not going to be your favorite color, or it might be the tweed bags, the material, not the leather bags. They are out there circulating, beautiful secondhand bags in incredible condition that won't break the bank, but you have to be patient. My second classic mini flat bag is the gold iridescent. This is probably my favorite one if I had to choose a favorite. She is so beautiful. I also purchased this secondhand from Fashion File, and I get a lot of use out of it, probably more use than I should. I take it out all the time because it goes with everything. It's not stark white, so I don't feel like I have to baby it. Like, I'm not too afraid to ever take it out. I have heard some bad things about the iridescent bags over time, how they don't wear very well. My bag still looks really good right now, but I am a little bit nervous to see how she ages. It's looking maybe a little bit dry, but I'm sure I could maybe take this to a professional and see if they could condition the leather. I'm not sure what they would be able to do with it. It doesn't look dirty. It's not showing any signs of wear. The stitching all looks perfectly clean. Now, I am very careful whenever I take this bag out. I don't like to take it to any unknown places, unknown occasions, but if I'm going to dinner and then home, or to an event and then straight back, then yes, I do like to take this out. And I've never run into any issues with my outfit. You know, getting dye on the bags is sometimes a concern. The shade is so interesting because yes, it does have an iridescent finish, but you can't really see the iridescence unless you're really looking up close. It just sort of looks like a satiny, kind of shiny champagne gold, which acts as a beautiful neutral. I mean, it goes with every outfit you could imagine. With a pair of nude heels, it's so fancy. It is like the chicest bag I own. And finally, we have the collector's piece. It took me so long to find this bag. It sold out immediately. I could not purchase it at the boutique. And I don't know what it is about this color combination. I love the white and the black. It's so classic. They also had a black and beige. I think there was a black and white where it was the same color combination but just swapped. I had to have it. As soon as I saw this bag, I had to have it. And I waited and waited and waited and I kept searching. Finally, I found a decent price, but I will say this is one of the few luxury items where I overpaid because I just had to have the specific item. And it's also my least used out of all of the mini flaps. It's probably my least used bag because it's white. I don't want it to get dirty. It's in perfect condition. And I'm just so afraid. I would never consider buying a bag like this now. So I'm very fortunate and thankful to younger Erin because she was spending money like it was growing on trees. And now I get to reap the benefits. And I have worn this bag out, just not very much. This is the perfect example of what happens when you own a white bag and you wear your white bag. Unfortunately, my beautiful Prada bag has filthy handles, and every time I wear this, I do take a shout wipe and I try to clean it as much as possible. So it's not terribly noticeable, but you can tell over time the handles have just become completely discolored. Nobody would notice if I was wearing this bag out because obviously I'd be holding it in my hand. But if I did put it down, you would be able to see that it's probably makeup, sunless tanner, just dirt, debris. You know, I try to keep my hands clean, of course, but I'm touching my face, I'm touching plates, food, things, objects. So when I go to pick up my bag and carry it to the next place, the handles inevitably get a little bit dirty. It hasn't stopped me. I get so much use out of this bag. I am constantly carrying it. It's definitely one of my favorites. It's a great shape. I don't know what they call this bag from Prada. This came from an international retailer. I don't even think they're in business anymore. I don't remember the name. Very cute. It comes with a strap on the inside, and it did have a dust bag. So it's sort of nautical. I love the white and navy. The stripy strap is very cute. I maybe should have started using the shoulder strap. I just carry it as a top handle and it goes with everything. I love how much room it has, so I can fit all of my camera stuff if I'm going to an event. If I need extra light or equipment, I could throw a tripod in there, break it down real small. Canvas material is nice and casual. It's a great summery bag, great for a boat day or a daytime event. It has 4 feet at the bottom, so you can set it down without getting the bottom too filthy, and actually the bottom looks fine. I've never attempted to have it professionally cleaned. It kind of feels like a waste because I'm just gonna carry it again. You know, it's just going to get dirty again. I don't want it to keep getting worse and worse. But at the same time, if I paid to have it cleaned, then I would probably not want to take it out as much. I would rather have a bag that I wear and get use out of it and enjoy than have a pristine white canvas bag just sitting on the shelf. So I don't mind that it shows how much I love it, because I do. This is another one of my worst luxury purchases, my biggest regrets, but probably not for the reason you might first suspect. These are knee-high boots from Balenciaga, which has since been canceled. I bought these long before there was any sort of scandal. I actually bought them from Barney's during their closing down sale. I vlogged the entire experience. If you've been watching my videos for a while, you might remember our New York City vlog. We were visiting for Thanksgiving. I was doing my Black Friday shopping. Barney's was still around, and I went by myself first thing in the morning to try to see if I could find anything. And this was one of my biggest purchases of the day. I got these really cute Balenciaga boots. I mean, I love the style. They were marked down, then marked down again, liquidation, clearance sale cost. So there were only a couple $100, maybe like $200 or $300. They're my size, but even at the store, I could barely fit my calf into these boots. I think I got my calf into one, but not the other. And I told myself, you know what, for this price, they're really cute. I'll just have them stretched. They are leather on the inside. I envisioned myself somehow making it work. This is the danger of shopping by yourself. You don't have that outside voice of reason to say, why are you spending hundreds of dollars on shoes that you cannot even fit into? Terrible idea. And you know, there's no logo. They're not obvious Balenciaga. It's such an older style. I don't think anyone would see these out and associate them with the brand. I already spent money on them. I would hate for them to go to waste. I would wear them out if I could only fit my calves into them. I was blinded by the deal. It happens sometimes. It wasn't the first time. Probably won't be the last time when the sale is so good that you just can't resist and you make up every excuse in your brain why you should purchase that item when in reality, you just need somebody to cut your credit card. Really stupid mistake. I haven't tried them on in a while. Not that I've lost weight or my body composition has changed in any way, so I imagine I will still be in the same position if I do try them on. They have a really nice block heel. I love this sort of dramatic pointy toe. They're very elongating, at least from what I remember, on the one foot, the one leg that could fit into them. So who knows, maybe one day I will be able to fit my fat calves into these boots. Otherwise, I don't know what to do with them. On behalf of the normal calf size community, I will boycott them for multiple reasons. Now, these are a pair of boots that I love from Chanel. This was a good purchase because they fit. Imagine that. Imagine paying lots of money for shoes and they actually fit. They're still in the tissue paper. I haven't worn them yet. We have a cold weather trip coming up at the end of the year. I am so excited. I think that will be the perfect time for them to have their maiden voyage. And I will definitely be packing these with me, but they were a great find because it's difficult with shoes, with belts. There are certain items with Chanel that you just won't, your size is never going to be there. Not to mention they're incredibly comfortable. They have a beautiful little CC on the back of the heel, but that's about it. A little cap toe with the leather and suede combination. These are beautiful. They're just so classic, especially with the toe. They look so Chanel and they fit so nicely and they're flattering, and I just love absolutely everything about these. They were my consolation prize for not going to the Taylor Swift Eras tour. Those tickets were way more expensive than these boots. I have one final bag to share with you. This isn't technically a designer brand, or it's not one of the big heritage houses, but it was still expensive. I would say this is more of a small boutique brand, but pricey. And it's one of my favorite bags in my entire collection, and it's beautiful. So I just wanted to share with you. It's from the brand Lenin, handmade in Italy. I unboxed this whenever I first purchased, so it may look familiar to you. She is this gorgeous rainbow rhinestone bag. So stunning. This was love at first sight. I've seen other colors circulating, not just the rainbow. I want to say full price, they run around $600, so very pricey. I got mine on sale, and I don't remember where I found it, but as soon as I saw this style, I knew I had to search high and low until I found this bag. I got a decent deal, but it's just so beautiful. It's great for beach occasions, fancy beach wedding type of event. It comes with a rope shoulder strap in case you want to wear it over the shoulder. The material part sort of cinches in, and then you just carry it just like that. It's sparkly, it's beautiful. It would be great for a honeymoon, like I said, beach wedding. It's not the most expensive bag. It didn't come from the most luxurious designer, but it's still one of the most special pieces in my collection. And that completes today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed part 3. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Leave me your comments, questions down below. As always, I will be linking everything mentioned. Everything on my face will be tagged directly to the video and listed down below in the description box for your convenience. And for more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell.